Hello, my name is Andrew Lamkin, and I am your son or daughter's honors pre-calc teacher. This is my curriculum open house video. I won't do any fancy tricks for you here, but just to kind of give you some information about our class, about me, what we do, and how things roll. So hopefully we're a week in. I hope your son or daughter are enjoying class so far. Right now, we are just sort of doing some algebra review work and trying to get their minds back into that mindset of doing math every day. I know the past year and a half anyway, has been very challenging. So I want to make sure that the kids are comfortable and we get back into some sort of routine. So that's my number one goal. As far as myself, I've been teaching here at Adams for about 33 years. I think this is my 33rd year now, all at Adams, which is a great high school, great place to be, great families, but you know that. Excuse me. And I've been teaching honors pre-calc for 15 years, I don't know, a long time. And I've tweaked the course. I've kind of made it my own. And my whole goal, as I tell the kids, is that I want to get them ready to go into Calc BC next year. And that's really where all of these honors kids should end up, is Calc BC, getting ready to do that. So as I take this course and as we go through our journey, I'm going to dip their toes into the calculus pool whenever I can. I like to, not just tell them what to do, but we like to have some rich discussions about why things are the way they are, how they work, where they come from, and sort of connect the dots of where they were, what we're doing now, and then where we're going to use it in the future. And I try to, take that whole learning approach. And we have some really good discussions. I ask the kids, I've already asked them a ton of questions. It's like, why is that? Where did that come from? How do we do this? Why are we doing this? And those are things that they've, I can tell by the looks on their faces that they've never been asked those questions before. So it's important, I think, to help them learn, to not just give them recipes to do problems, but to say, this is why we do what we do. This is why we have these things. So that's kind of how we roll in class. There's a lot of discussion-based learning. And then like I said, I'll take them and lead them to where they're, learning how to learn on their own. And not, it's not a point where I want them to do all the learning on their own, but I think it's important, as I told them already when they do homework, is to really assess, do I know how to do this? Because in the book, there's going to be 100 and some problems, and I don't expect them to do all 100 problems every night. I'm going to assign problem sets of things that I want them to know. And what I expect them to do is to say, if there's 10, let's say there's 10 of the same type of problem, I already know how to do this. If they're comfortable with this, then move on. They don't have to do all 10. Or maybe they think, well, I'm iffy on this, so I'm going to do a couple and make sure I get these right, and then I feel good about it. So what's happening is sort of a change in the mindset of, you do what you need to do for me, as opposed to I need to do what I need to do so that I learn the material, that I'm comfortable, that I know it. So it's not it's more of a working smarter, not harder, but they have to do a lot of self-assessment. And I think that's a critical tool. Some kids might be able to get a homework assignment done in 20 minutes because they're very comfortable with the material, and other kids, it might take them longer because they need more practice. That's an individual thing, and I can't tell them that. They have to be able to do that. So a little different approach on the homework, which means, do they have to do every single problem? No, they have to do what they need to do to be successful. So I give them a lot of leeway in that. We also do book notes. I make them do some book notes, so they've got to actually read the textbook, write some things down, as if they were in a college course. They can't highlight in the books like if they owned it, like in college, but they can take their own notes. And again, these notes are personal to them. And then when I go through and start talking about the material, they'll have previewed the section. They'll know what we're talking about. I can add to it. I can explain things for them. they might even have questions coming in. So it's all, again, a lot of discussion. Even when we're going through problems, as I explained to them once before, if somebody wants to see how problem 42 is done, for example, I'll start going through it. But if there's, 5 or 6 kids in the class that have already done it, I don't want them checking out, because there's multiple ways to do things. And they can add into the discussion about how they did it or how they saw it. And that would be fantastic. So we're all in it together to learn the material, and that's the goal. Just a real quick overview. In first semester, we'll do chapters 1 through 6, which is really just a review of everything they've done in Algebra 2, with me taking them a little deeper, connecting dots, all that good stuff. Second semester, we do a lot of different types of topics. We'll go anywhere from learning how to count, doing, combinations, permutations, and probabilities, to limits, to three-dimensional vectors, all sorts of interesting things that they've never done before. So some polar coordinate stuff, graphing on circles. I mean, it's fun. I really enjoy this class. Like I said, I've made it my own. It's one of my favorite things to teach throughout my career. So we have a lot of fun, and every once in a while we'll throw in what I call grab bag quizzes, which are just like, if there's a day where we've got a messed up schedule for whatever reason, I might throw them a grab bag quiz, which basically they're going to work with a partner. They're going to get 3 questions where they got to pick one, and the 2 of them together do one problem. And it's those types of problems that you might see on a math competition, where it's not just a very straightforward problem. It's something that they have to put a lot of thought and process into. And so they collaborate. They first have to figure out which problem they want to work on, and then they work on that together, and then they have to present their solution to me. So it's an interesting thing. It's a lot of fun to watch the kids communicate and talk and all that good stuff. What else? Well, it's just I have Google Classroom going. They won't be submitting anything through Google Classroom, but I do post answer keys there. The course information you'll find there that has my email address. That information and my schedule's also posted on Synergy, so you can find that in the parent view in the class content section, so you can find it there as well. And I would ask that if you need to communicate with me, send me an email real quick, and I can get back to you very easily, corresponding that way. If you want to talk, I'm more than happy to do that as well. Start with the email and then say, I think we need a discussion. So you can give me a time and a phone number to reach you. My conference hour right now is third hour, which is like, I think 9:43 to 10:42 is it scheduled right behind me. So that's first semester. Second semester, I'm during second hours, my conference hours. So like I said, if you need to have a conversation on the phone, happy to do that. Just like I said, shoot me an email first. And if it's something we can take care of quickly with email, that's the easiest way for me to do things. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot more information for you. Things are going great so far. Again, if you have any questions, if there's any issues that come up, feel free to contact me. I'm very flexible. As I told the kids, family crisis happens, life happens. I get all that. I don't want them stressing. I don't want them up late at night doing, 18 hours of homework. I give them assignments, and they, right now with worksheets, they're turning stuff in next day. But when we get into the book, I'm not actually going to collect homework until assessment day. So for example, the first quiz we take on 1-1 through 1-4, that's when all their homework's going to come in. I do that again to make sure that they should be doing some math homework every day. But if they have a heavy sport day or they have something going on at home where they don't have a whole lot of time, I don't want them up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to get homework so they can just turn it in the next day. That's just a big waste of time on their part, and I don't want them up that late either. And I'm sure you don't either. I know the demands of the school. I know the demands of their schedule. They're all the AP classes and everything. So it's important to me that we're in it for learning. And then, you know, if they don't have time on a Monday that they need to put forth, you know, the effort, then, you know, they can have extra time on a Tuesday, but they're going to have to learn how to schedule their time. And that's a big thing that they have to be able to do. So it's less of me telling them exactly what they need to do and more of them assessing, okay, here's what I need to do. Here's what I need to learn. How do I get it done? When do I get it done? And there's an ultimate deadline on assessment day. So that's how that works. Other than that, I don't have anything else to share with you other than we're going to work our tail off together and get them ready for Calc next year. All right. So thanks for watching this video. I wish I could be more entertaining, but anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.